What's up, guys? Pathfinder here. How is everybody doing today? Excellent. So we are back working on the house, and I thought long and hard about whether or not I was going to make this episode or not. This was one that I did not think I was going to make, but we are going to go for it. We are going to continue working on the house, and when we get to a point that we can't work on the house anymore because it's boring, we will jump on one of our horses and take off into the desert, see what we can find. The reason that I wanted to make this video, or at least debated on whether or not to make it, is because I think I said the last time that it can be kind of boring to watch someone build, but I am working on this crazy kind of elaborate house, and I wanted you guys to see the struggles. I wanted you to see that the struggle is real. When you're trying to build something like this and you're not 100% sure how you want it to go, man, it's so... See, like that, right there. That just does not look right. I thought 100% when I put those in. I was like, let's put those in so that we can see those pieces. And now, after I looked at it just now, I was like, man, that looks terrible. I think that's the way they got to go. Okay, so the struggle is real. Dirt scaffolding, right? That is the key to every build. Dirt scaffolding. So let's see. Will you... No, we don't want that. We want it to go straight up and down. Now the problem is they will not. So, dirt scaffolding and all the way back down. Do we have? We have plenty. We have plenty of dark oak. So, you know, I think I wanted to do this just for the simple fact that, number one, I hate to not bring you guys along with me. We know that my editing struggles are real. But man, these builds can be so tricky. And you spend so much time on them. And I would have hated to have just come back and had this house built and have you guys be like, oh, great. How did he do, you know, what did he just do? So here we go. We're going to work on it for a little bit, see what we can get done, and then when we get to a point that's tricky or a point that we're just like, man, I don't know what to do anymore, we will stop. We will go and jump on a horse, take off into the desert, and just go on an adventure. Because, man, I have been building for a while, and I would love to have an adventure. Do I have a wooden post down there? I do. Now, the wooden post, I think in theory should be this whole column right here, right? This is the only column that is outside. Here, let's look. It's the only one that's outside of it. So this whole thing, this whole situation is a fail. See, we built this whole corner here, and when I did it, I was like, oh, I think the wooden post should be on the outside. You know what? The wooden post should not be on the outside. The wooden post needs to be on the inside. Now, with the wooden post going... Oh, let's run around. With the wooden post going on the inside, it's a fail. Double fail. Do you have two wooden posts? You can't have two wooden posts, can you? See, I wanted this to be offset from that. I didn't want them to be in the same area. Gosh. I don't think you can have two wooden posts. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the sort of thing that you're like, you really have no idea what's going on. So let's skip that plan for a minute. We'll revisit that maybe later, or maybe it's something else sit and contemplate after I get done building this part. So this part, we need one dirt slab so that we can start to lay down more of the roof, because this roof is going to run vertically all the way up to right there. Now, it may end up crossing over onto this platform, which I don't know if it needs to. I don't think it does, because this wall is going to extend up. So I don't think we're going to extend out that way any further. Now, I also don't think that it should go, I don't know. I think it should be even. I think it should be even with these planks right here. Can we put one right there and right there? See, I think that, yes, that looks better. See what I'm saying? It can be difficult because I have an idea, and, you know, I'm not going to lie, I sit and think about it and try and plan this out and get my supplies ready, clearly, because I am not editing. So you try and get your supplies ready, and then you try and have an idea. I sit and I kind of think about it, try and get a picture in my mind of what I want. But it's, I mean, you know how this game is. You start playing it, and you've got an idea in your head, and you're like, oh yeah, that'll be great. And once you start building it, the geometry, would that be correct? The geometry of the game, the logistics of the game, it'll dictate something else. You'll be trying to do it, and you're like, man, that just doesn't make any sense. Just like that silly wooden block over there, or that wooden pillar. I have no idea. Now, I think, in theory, my roof should be able to come up here and connect to this. But probably what will happen is we will get up there, and it won't quite fit. It won't be quite symmetrical. The geometry won't work on it, and so we'll have to tear down part of the wall. You see what I mean? We'll have to tear down part of the wall and rebuild it. But let's just keep at it for a minute and see if we can get this roof to connect up here. And maybe it'll start to take a little bit more shape so you guys have a better idea of what my vision is for this space. So we'll get rid of that. I mean, it's just so tedious, and I enjoy it because when you get done, it, you know, it's awesome. I think they look cool, and you feel really good about doing it, you know? At least I do. Get a good build, something that looks cool, actually comes together. Let's see if these pieces can continue to work. Now, if they actually come up to the top here and meet that piece, I'm not even joking, it will be a true miracle. So far, we're on track. Oh, if it actually works, it'll be so crazy. Look at that. I mean, man, that's about as lucky as it gets. Now we'll have to go to the other side and start the roof, because I have a feeling that this part is going to have to extend up taller to kind of compensate for the gaps. Let's run down our dirt scaffolding and take a look. Yes, that is pretty much what I had in mind. Now, let's do this real quick. so that you guys can kind of see this whole area right here. No, well, maybe. I don't know. No, this is going to be a different thought. So, yes. And there. Oh my goodness. It's starting to take shape. No. And then we'll come in here. So this is just going to be nothing. This part of the house is just part of the brick facade, or I guess I should say the stone. And we'll actually build a little tower that comes up off of this point. But we are not even going to get anywhere close to that, because I'd like to have a little semi kind of watchtower on this. And we'll come up one more. Let's see. There, there, here, there, there, here, and there. Okay, let's run down and take a look. See if it's starting to make sense now. Yes, it does make sense. Can you see it? From this angle you can see it. So that is roughly the plan. This area is all going to be open, it's going to stay open, and then this will be 2 little rooms. And then they'll come around to the side. We will have another room off of here, and then that 3rd room we were going to have a little balcony. You'll have to bear with me. You know, it's inevitable. I'm going to sit and build a bunch of this off camera, but I wanted to kind of do this with you guys for a little bit. I keep saying that, just for a little bit, so you guys can see, you know, that this actually is a struggle. It really is. I mean, when you go through and you build these, oh, it's so tricky. Gosh, I have no idea what to do right there. So far, this is my only way up to the next level, but let's go ahead and fill it in so we can have at least one room done. And then maybe we can just go through and cut out the floor, and we'll put some stairs in. Yeah. And I don't want the wood on both sides. We're going to have stone on that side, just to keep it a little bit different. So that can go together. Let's get an axe and think about this. How is this going to work? Now, this, oh, see, that doesn't work at all. How is this going to work? I don't think I can have these slabs here, because I need to build, when this comes up, I need to build a wall here. Do you know what I mean? There is no way that I can have these slabs there. Even though that's going to be the floor, I don't think I can have that be the floor. Ooh, this is going to get tricky, because this part right here needs to have a wall. See, this level right here needs to be a wall with an entryway for one of the rooms. And there. And then we'll have an entryway into the room. Can you even put, you can't even put stairs down on this. See, this isn't going to work at all. We're going to have to completely change this floor, because these slabs aren't going to allow me to put blocks down, and they're also not going to allow me to be able to put the stairs down. So slab is not going to work. It's going to have to be, I don't have any of it, the wooden slabs. Not wooden slabs, but the wooden. Alright, see, I told you we'd get to a point where you could see how tricky it is to try and get something like this together. And I'm just going to have to go back and rethink how that second floor is going to work, because this whole thing right here needs to come out and it needs to get replaced with these. So yeah, alright, so let's do this real quick. What we will do is we're going to make a chest, and we're going to put all of our building materials that we're using for the house in the chest. Am I blind? There it is. And we will put our chest down, and we're going to put all this stuff in there. This, the shovel, the axe, no, clicking so many buttons, it's silly. Alright guys, let's go jump on our horse and take a little adventure. What do we have with this? I don't think we need torches. We need armor. Let's go put on our armor. It's almost nighttime. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll gear up, get our stuff together, and we're going to take off.